Hello children, welcome back to yet another session of language. Today we are going to pick up prepositions. What exactly do we mean by prepositions? Prepositions are words which actually they show us the relation between noun or pronoun or some other word in a sentence. Let me give you one example, a quick one. The cat is under the table. The cat is under the table. Where is the cat? The position of something, the position of a noun or a pronoun. Here we have the noun, the cat. Now the cat is under the table. It is giving us the position of this, the placement where the cat is sitting, right? Let me give you another sentence. The cat ran after the mouse. The cat ran after the mouse. This here again shows us another place. Where is the cat? Running after the mouse. It's just behind the mouse and it's running after the mouse to catch it. Right? So what exactly are prepositions? Prepositions are words which show the relationship between the noun or a pronoun or some other word in the sentence. Right. Now, categorically, prepositions have been divided under three basic three ones. At your level, I am going to just basically explain the three different kinds of prepositions which are there. First one, the sentence which we had picked up just now. I'm going to pick up preposition of time, when something tells us about the time. Preposition of time. This is one basic thing of prepositions. When some time related matter is shown to us, it is supposed to be a preposition of time. Let me explain it to you with different, let me show you the different prepositions which fall under, majorly they fall under this category. But that does not mean it cannot fall under some other category of prepositions. It depends as per the sentence, as it is required here for time in a sentence, it falls under this category. Let me give you some examples. Like for example, we have at, on, in, by, since, so many of them. At, on, in, by, since. See? We've gone up with so many of them. You can also have for, like for few days, right? For, then from. From yesterday, I have been trying to teach you this matter, right? These are just a few of the prepositions which talk about time. Let me give you some more prepositions which talk about prepositions which talk of another one, position. They tell us the exact position of our noun, pronoun or some other word. Preposition of positions, let me give you a few examples. In, at, now again we can have on, beside, on or beside. You might be getting confused, how come at falls here and at falls here also. That's what I was telling you. It depends on your sentence. I will reach at 4 o'clock. So with that, it is giving us the time. In that sentence, at shows us the time at which it is, I will be reaching there. And here, I am standing at the corner, right? Now, at is again showing the place here. It's showing my position. So, depending upon your sentence, your preposition can fall under the category of time or your category of position. Just a few more of them which I can think of. Near. We can have something which is near you. Behind, beyond. Behind, beyond. See, you can think about lots and lots more which fall under this category here. You can have position is above, You can have again another one which falls under this. Let's talk about under. That's again giving us another position. Then you have between and among, between, among. See, and lots more. These are just a few examples that I'm giving you, which are basically most of the time we come across these prepositions and we are using them. The third category of prepositions which I'm going to talk about is preposition of movement. It tells us or talks about the movement of the noun or the pronoun. It talks about the movement. Let's see what which are the prepositions we can pick up for preposition of movement here. I am going to, let's see, to, towards. See, this is showing us the direction in which things are happening. Into, out of, into, out of, something coming out of something, right? So that can also show us the movement of the noun or pronoun. Now, from, through, right? Train passing through the tunnel. Then you have over, you have along, you have over, you can also have along. Some more that comes across my head, across, right? That's another one. We use so many of them while speaking, but when we try to think it's which part of speech it is, then we realize that actually these words are prepositions. Okay, along, across, around, down, up, around, down, up, off, right. Now these are a few of our prepositions which I have discussed with you, the three basic categories of our prepositions. At times it happens that we get confused when to use which preposition. A few confusing prepositions, let me tell you a few about them. First and foremost, let me discuss with you on and upon. Now, when do we use on and when do we use upon? There is a basic difference. If we are clear with it, if we are clear with the concept, it's not going to be difficult at all to pick up the correct preposition we need. One talks when something is still, it's not in movement. And the other one talks about things when they are in movement. For example, let me give you, though I'm very bad with my drawing, but still I like to put it forward to you on a pictorial way. You have a table here, right? Now, there is a ball kept on the table. Now, this ball is kept on the table. Yet, there is another boy who comes playing around and he has yet another huge ball and it's a little dotted one, and he throws this ball right here on the table. I'm so sorry, this is that other ball. Now, this ball, the small one you can see, this ball was already there. It is there on the table. Whereas the boy playing brings a ball and throws the ball upon the table. See the difference? On is in still position. It is not in movement. Whereas upon, when something bounces upon, jumps upon something, it's in movement. Then we use the word upon. Another preposition we quite get confused with at times, and it still talks about the still and movement positions. That is above and over. Above and over. Quite often we do get confused with this kind of a thing. Let's see again with my beautiful illustrations for you all. You have a huge mountain area, a whole range there, right? And one fine day you saw a bird in still position. Now that bird doesn't look like a bird to me at all, but it looks like a fish flying. But actually it's a bird flying. Though it's not flying, it's in still position there. It's flapping its wings and it's still there. It's not in movement. So we use the word, the bird is above the hills, above the mountain range, right? It's not in movement. But if the same bird is flying over the mountains, it's movement, it's moving, it's not in one place, it's flying over the mountains. When we want to show it's still there, it's not in movement, still position, we use the word above. And when we want to show the movement part of it, we use the word over. So it crosses over the mountains when it is in movement. One more such preposition which talks about still and movement is of and of. Right, these are the two ones, of and of. How frequently do we get confused with this one? Well, of is when we are talking about something being detached, moved away. And whereas of is when we talk about something, something's origin, it is made of something, material is used, this pencil is made of lead. But when we talk about something detaching, moving away, the bird, the boy fell off, off the bicycle. The monkey fell off the tree. Then we are going to use when something is moved away from something. If you know, when we talk about switching off the light, OFF, what is the detachment there? We are detaching or moving away the electricity from the device. So it's a double off out there. I'm sure you're clear with the concept of still and movement. Okay, let's move further with few more such confusing prepositions, but I'm sure if you know your concepts of prepositions well, you will have no doubts at all. Another one pretty often we get confused is between and among. The best way for me to learn this was very easy. In my childhood, I used to take out tricks to learn, or to, not exactly to learn, but somehow find a way to remember them. Between is used when we are talking about two things. And among is used when we are talking about more than two things. Or two people, whatever. We are talking about more than two. I better remove things from there. So you will be very confused with what do we use when we are talking about people. Yes, we do use when we are talking about more than two. Now, right now that I'm teaching you, or you're getting to hear me, it's easy for you to remember. But later when you're actually doing some exercise, you do get confused. Which one was it? What was the connection? For me, the best way I could remember it, when I saw TO, two things, I took up this TO word, this TW word together. Two TW, between TW. So when we have two things, we use between. And among, MO, I picked up this MO. See, wasn't that easy for me to remember? And I am very sure these little tricks, little ideas can give you very good memories throughout your life. I picked it up in my childhood and I still remember it. I'm so sure of this one. This has a TW, so it is between, and more than two, MO, so I picked up MO, among. Though this is no such rule for it, but the rule is between is used when we are talking about two things only, and whereas among is used when we are talking about more than two things. Right, let's talk about a few more confusing prepositions. So far, I'm very sure you're clear with the concept of the prepositions, the ones which I've told you right now. One is below and one is under. Well, both we are talking about down there, right? One is below, one is under. So what exactly is the difference between below? Oh, my spelling of below is incorrect here. B-E-L-O-W, below. Right. So what difference do we catch with below and under? Well, for below, we talk about vertically below. It's straight down there, right under there. It's vertically below. Whereas under something, it can be not maybe vertically below, or let's the other way around. I'm so sorry. It's the other way around. Under is just vertically below and in contact. It is in contact. It's touching. Let me give you an example here. That'll be easier in that case for you. You have a tree right there, and just let me build up a story here for you. There were some thieves, right? And they hid a box of jewelry somewhere down here. They dug up this place here and they hid that box just here. Okay, now that's a huge box somewhere. They could open it up and some jewelry kept inside there. Now, which word will we use for this box here? Was the box below the tree or under the tree? When we talk about contact and vertically below, just touching that, so we use the word under. The jewelry box was under the tree. It was hidden, dug up, and under there it was dug up and hidden there. Below can be the entire area. Grandmother kept her keys under her pillow, not below her pillow, right? So this is one more difference which we come across with these problematic ones. Going up to our next one, beside and besides. Very often we come across this, beside and besides. Now these are again pretty common ones which you get confused with. The basic difference is this one means next to and the other one means except this one, something else most probably. Now except this one, some other thing, and this one beside is let's say that's next to. This beside means next to, means the child was sitting next to the teacher, or beside means just beside that, and this beside means except, right? Now except me, everybody is going to the picnic. What do we mean by that? I will not be going to the picnic, but everybody else will be going, except. So in that case I use the word besides with an S, and beside is just next to. Okay, now yet another one. Let's jump on to another kind of a preposition where we tend to get confused, and that is by and with. Very, very simple. By something, or some with something, or by somebody. Which one? That is the confusion. Let's say the dog hit the the boy hit the dog. Let me put the sentence up there for you. The boy hit, or let's say the dog was hit, as a form of it. The dog was hit by a stick. Another sentence. The dog was hit by a boy. Now two sentences. Oh, I've used the same thing. The dog was hit by a boy. Okay, I've used the same thing here, but one is a stick and the other is a boy. The dog was hit by a stick is an incorrect sentence. we do not use by with a non-living thing. The dog was hit with a stick. But this is correct. The dog was hit by a boy. So when we use for a living thing, we use by somebody something was done. A stick can't do something, but he was hit with a stick, right? We can combine the two sentences and make it, the dog was hit with a stick by a boy. See, combination of two sentences, mixture of two sentences together. Right, let's see if we have any more confusing prepositions for us. Let's get that cleared once and for all so that you don't have any issues later on. Okay, another common one which we come across is on time, in time. On time, and this is in time. On time, when we talk about exact time. This on time, we are talking about exact time, not late, not early, right? Whereas in time can be within the time period, that is within the time period. Right, this can be before time. This is quite possible that it cannot be after the time, right? This not late, but yes, it can be early. That is possible within that time period. Here, on time means on that at that exact timing which was there, on time. Whereas this can be within that time period. Right, in time, within that time. Another one, let's catch hold on to yet another one. All these are confusing ones. Well, they were confusing so far. I don't think they're going to be confusing after this for you all. Another common one which we come across is still and well, not still. Let's talk about since and from. Since, and on the other end we have from. Another pictorial graph from my side to you all. There was a train. Okay, this was the starting point of one train here. This is another train here. This train started moving on its platform and it moved towards its destination. Right. Now on the other side, another train started from its it started from its point and reached its destination. What is the difference? You will say it reaches its destination. It did not reach its destination. Well, the difference between since and from is that since has a beginning. It does not have an end. Whereas you generally tend to use to, from. The train started from here and reached there. Or the train was moving from Delhi to Kanpur. Right? Here, since yesterday, I have been planning for prepositions. That means I'm still planning. I haven't finished my planning as yet. Since yesterday, I am planning for prepositions. Now that planning still continues. It's not finished as yet. But from 9 o'clock till 12 o'clock, I was planning for prepositions. So from has a beginning and an end. Right? When we need to choose between different kinds of prepositions, these are the difference we come across. Right. I hope by now you people are very, very clear with the concept of prepositions. Thank you so much.